Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I almost always want to say Sonic 3 the Hedgehog. I can't help myself. Tails. This is the new version of Tails, just like Sonic and Shadow. Maybe the best one ever, most likely. Like, it's Tails, I don't think he's gotten a ton of great figures, and so this one's really good, not just because there's a bunch of bad ones, but because it's actually pretty darn good. So we're gonna go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, now before we get into the figure, I do want to show you my package. It's a very nice package. This is one of my favorite cheap packagings that we've seen in a long time. I don't mean cheap in terms of the package, I mean in terms of the figure. It's very nice, it's very colorful, but still not dark and like just garishly ugly. Kind of a stylized front, but still nice, a nice clear blister with the figure front and center. It's just a very appealing package. If you're an in-box collector, this might be for you if you're into this sort of figure, I guess. The photo on the back's not the best, makes his eyes look goofy, but otherwise, it's okay. I'm not going to be reviewing this guy. Already reviewed these guys, check them out. I'll put the links up there or in the description. And I'll probably review the other ones as well, just not Robotnik, because I just don't care about a live-action Robotnik. Okay, so question of the day. Which character in the Sonic universe, outside of Sonic or Shadow, is your favorite? For me, it's not even close, because I would put Knuckles above Sonic. I would go Shadow, Knuckles, Sonic. So I'm going to go with Knuckles. You guys let me know who you prefer. Alright, so this guy is popping in and out of in stock at Big Bad Toy Store, so I'll put a link in the description below if he's in stock presently. Otherwise, they're everywhere at this point. He's 11 centimeters tall, everywhere at Brick and Retail. The only ones you're going to have a hard time finding are probably Knuckles and the Supers. At least that's how it is around here. Just over 4¼ inches. So he's not the biggest figure in the world. $15 price point. Here he is up against Sonic. And you see they fit together very nicely. They look good. That's wonderful. Here he is up against Shadow. Shadow makes the rest of them look less good other than his eye issue. But he's awesome. So that's cool. But okay, here, let's look at Tails here. Basically the same setup for articulation as the other two. Obviously you have a few slight differences, but he looks good. He's cut up nicely, other than he has no belly cut, so he looks even better there than Sonic. His face is done really well. He doesn't have that paint issue above the snout area because he doesn't have the same kind of design. He does have the transparent eyes, but like Sonic, they work out nicely, so that's good. His mouth and nose paint are clean. His ears, clean enough. And of course the sculpt is certainly acceptable. A lot of bare plastic, but for 15 bucks it is fine. No problem at all. The tails, they're actually separate pieces, so the paint job, which would have been a nightmare on a texture like that, is no paint job at all. It's just perfectly clean transition, so that's good. He's got a lot less paint on him, so he looks a lot cleaner actually, which is kind of a good thing. And his shoes a little bit more simplistic than the other guys, but very, very nicely done. So yeah, sculpt-wise, paint-wise, for 15 bucks, this one's a good one. I'm gonna go 9 out of 10. I don't think you could ask for a whole lot more other than like a full repaint, which definitely wouldn't happen at $15. So as far as accessories go, you don't get any. So let's go ahead and talk about the articulation. The head, still on a ball peg just like the other two. He has a little bit less clearance actually, so a little bit less range, but it's in there. Shoulders are standard ball hinge shoulders on top of a butterfly again. His butterfly isn't as nice, but it's there. It's like, what the heck? How are these $15 nothing figures getting primo articulation when lots of other companies can't do it for 26 bucks? It's kind of funny. But yeah, he's got the standard shoulder range, no problems there. You get your bicep swivel down here at the elbow, which is going to give you 90 degrees, just a little bit more actually. And then for the wrist, you get the swivel and the hinge. His joints are a little tight. But yeah, he has the full range that the other guys have for the most part. He does not have, like I said, the belly cut, which I honestly don't think they really needed it. I know it's helpful for running poses, but on Sonic it looks bad. On Shadow it's fine. I think they could have omitted it on Sonic and it would have been alright. He looks good without it. We'll get to the tails. For the legs, his legs are totally different than Sonic and Shadow. Sonic had Y joints, Shadow had T joint, those are the best. His are inline joints, which means you have to use the hinge to bring the leg forward, and it rotates around on the peg, which is just, it's not really how you want to do it. I guess due to his body shape, they had to, and it's functional, like you'll be able to do what you need to do with him, but it is more annoying, and he is missing a thigh swivel out of that, so be aware. And also we just have the single jointed knee, which is kind of standard, but it's the old school style joint, so he is a lot more simplistic in the legs, probably because he doesn't use them so much. I guess that's okay. So for the ankle, you get no rotation, but you do get the hinge, which is nice, going forward and back, no problem, and you do get the ankle rocker. Now you can't make up for that lack of an ankle swivel with the leg as easily because of the way it's cut. Because of the facets on there, you can't really do much with it. So he is a little bit more limited. Now for the tails, they did give him a joint for the main piece that rotates the whole thing, and then each of the tails has a hinge that can swivel. So you can adjust his tails pretty much however you want. Now they are solid PVC, so they're a little heavy, and my one joint doesn't like to hold itself up in every pose, so you might run into that problem a little bit, but it hasn't been a real big deal, and you can definitely spin him around however you want to get him to stand. Now they do definitely pose, no pun intended, a weight distribution issue. He's so light compared to his tails, and so he loves to fall backwards. So when you're posing him on the shelf, you're gonna have to figure out a way to get his tail to support him, to lean against. Otherwise, he is not standing. There's no way. So be aware of that. But yeah, he articulates fine. It's not as good as the other ones, but in a sense, he looks better as a result of that, so I guess it's a trade-off, and I don't think they really cut out anything that was necessary. And they did add the tails, so I think it's perfectly reasonable. For a $15 figure, 8 out of 10, at least. It's fine. There's really no reason to complain at all. Honestly, I don't think there's any reason to review these, because do we need reviews for $15 figures that we know are at least really good? Probably not. Like, just pick it up. But hey, if you're watching the videos, I appreciate it. And if you guys want more, I'll keep reviewing these guys. The movie's coming out, so I'm hoping there's some traction there as far as viewership goes. But $15 figures don't tend to garner a lot of viewership, so I'm not sure people really need these or want these. But if you guys do, I'm happy to provide that service. So let me know in the comment section below. But I'm going to give this guy an overall rating of 9 out of 10. For 15 bucks, you really don't need any more. You're not going to feel like, oh, I really wish this or that. Not for the price point anyway. Like maybe if you're like me, you think, I really wish it did all of the things I want and I would pay 50 bucks for it. Well, sure, but that's a different thing. So we're not going to worry about that. So let me know what you guys think about these figures in the comment section below and if you want me to do more. But that's it for me. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day. Actually, it is every day except for around the holidays. But I think we're going to have videos up through Christmas and then some at least. And then maybe a couple days off. We'll see. Don't know for sure. But that's the plan. So if I don't have anything, you can come back because I do have thousands of videos already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.